That's Stephen Waugh at his best. Just waited on that, found the gap, and the pace of the ball and the ground doing the rest. Beautifully placed by Stephen Waugh. He really does know how to find the gaps. And that's how easy he does it. He's hit 2 boundaries, so he's scored off 2 of the 6 balls he's faced. That's another one.
Beautiful batting from Steve Waugh. That's the 3rd boundary in this over. And the end of the over, and Australia 3 for 45.
Donald to continue. And Waugh has just clipped that off the pads. And you won't see a better shot through mid-wicket than that.
No, it was...
Stephen Waugh not holding back, straight to the fence for 4.
Beautifully struck by Steve Waugh. There were 2 men back there, but neither of them could get to the ball, and they weren't that far away, really.
And his plans. That's more like it. He's found the gap beautifully there, Stephen Waugh. That's a shot of a master batsman. That's the #1 ranked player in the cricket world at all levels and all styles of cricket. And Stephen Waugh just continues to find those gaps. There'll be a couple in it for him. And that's his 50. Australia 6 for 141.
Applause from his teammates. How often do we see that? 50 runs on the board behind Steve Waugh's name. Once again, a very valuable innings from him.
Hit hard this time, and he's found the gap. There's a man on the boundary at long on, one at mid-wicket, and he put it nicely between the 2 of them over the head of the short mid-wicket.
And that's the 5,000 one-day internationals for Steve Waugh. Just picked it up beautifully. He knows the gaps there. Just flipped it over the mid-wicket's head. One fairly square mid-wicket, and long on, of course, in the big gap between the 2, and he's picked it out absolutely perfectly.
Just the 100, but 19 overs to go, and if you hit them like that, he's got every chance of going to his 100. That's a big one right over the head of mid-wicket on the boundary.
And I suppose he's got 2 options. He could push it through, but my feeling is he might try to throw it up, see if he can get the man to hit it in the air again.
He does. It is hit in the air, and it's again maximum. So another very, very good hit there by Steve Waugh, and it's boosted the score to 174.
And over the top, there's a man at 3rd man. Which way will it go? Over his head. Well, Plusner giving some width and some length to Steve Waugh, and perhaps for a while he had the heart in the mouth thinking that maybe I'm going to be caught at 3rd man.
Well, Steve Waugh's not going to let any of them go by. Up and under. Hit it high, almost for 6 in the finish.
So Donald starts to Waugh, and Waugh's not going to stand around and have a look. He has smashed that back over the top of Alan Donald for 6. He stepped away, swung through the line of the ball, and he has hit that clean as a whistle.
Well, that is the most contemptuous shot you will ever see. Alan Donald, one of the world's great fast bowlers. Well, he was bowling to one of the world's great batsmen, but at pace, Stephen Waugh's seen the scoreboard, 9 wickets down, and he's decided it's going to be glory one way or the other.
Donald, so I think you're going to see a few Yorkers. He needs to bowl a Lance Klusner to Bickle delivery. And that's it. So the full toss hits the stumps on the full. Steve Waugh giving himself plenty of room. Donald trying for the Yorker, but it was just too full. So the Australian captain is the last man dismissed for Australia. Out for 91, bowled by Alan Donald. And South Africa win comprehensively here. The 2 captains shake hands.
Good battle on here.